What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Top Shot Shot Clock, presented by Top Shot Today. My name is Chris Heller, and today's guest is Steve from Ballers Blockchain. Steve, what's up, dude?
Hey, good. How are you doing, man?
I am excellent. We are on opposite sides of the world, pretty much. It's evening time by me, and it is Friday morning time by you. What's up? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm just starting my day. I'm the opposite side of the world to everyone, so I'm kind of used to this at this point. It's time difference tab on Google Chrome is always open.
And where exactly is that on the other side of the world?
I'm 1 hour outside of Melbourne in Victoria, Australia. So sort of regional Victoria.
Awesome. Australia is high on my list, and from other guests on the show, actually, Australia seems to be high on a lot of people's list. You guys have great PR for people who have never been there.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't know. I hope travel comes back soon, because then I can start really meeting people in person, especially in Top Shot world, because in my real life, not so much many people know about it.
This is now your real life. So what do you do? What do you contribute into the Top Shot world? Speaking of, what is Ballers Blockchain?
It's just a random name I thought of for a YouTube channel. I can't remember why I started. So the best probably reason I can think of is when you love it, you just do it. So I started making videos on Top Shot. It's been going ever since March the 6th, I think it was. So it's only been really a few months, which is crazy. People seem to find a bit of fun or value out of it, which to me still blows my mind. So I've just been really enjoying the journey, basically.
You have incredible consistency with it. Do you have a schedule, or it's just like when something pops up, something to talk about, you turn on the camera and just go?
Yeah, if something happens or there's a story I want to tell, I'll turn on the camera. Basically, the only way I get things done is I put the kids to bed. I make a vid, I edit it really quickly, sometimes with one hand while holding a baby, and I upload it and go to bed. And then pretty much America wakes up to it. And that seems to be my routine at the moment.
All right, it's working. So don't break it if it's don't fix it if it's not broken, as they say. Are you ready to play Top Shot Shot Clock?
As I'll ever be.
All right, well, that's good enough for me. So let's do it. I'm ready. You're ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, 24 seconds on the clock for Steve. Question 1, when you were a little kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Ooh, I don't even know. All I did was play basketball as a kid, and like for 3 different teams. What did I want to be? Probably make movies or something like that. I used to draw a lot and make little animations when I was a kid or something like that. So yeah, probably that.
Well, now you're making videos about basketball, so it seems like a nice combination of the two things you were.
Yeah, true. Never thought of it that way.
Who is a content creator in the space? You know, you're creating all the time. Who is somebody that you consume most of their content when it comes out?
As in Top Shot world or in general?
Yeah, in Top Shot.
Oh, in Top Shot, I would say Jen and Steph Pseudo, Steve Chill, Top Shot Talk, Fleo. Those guys have sort of caught me early. First Mints podcast caught me quite early as well. I'm definitely going to forget someone here, so if I do, don't at me.
Okay. That's okay.
And there's a lot of people I follow on Twitter as well, who I think I've made videos about it as well on who I follow and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of those people sort of give me inspiration. Yeah. Let's
say you're in charge of Top Shot for today. You take Roham's seat. What's the first thing that you're going to change?
I'm not sure if it's the best thing, but it's the first thing that comes to mind. It's some way of organizing your collection, maybe with folders, ways to sort it. Because when you start getting over 50, 100 moments, it gets very hard to find stuff. Yes. Especially if you're thinking about or searching for something specifically, or looking to liquidate something just to get that dapper or whatever. It's just, sometimes it's hard if it's just sorted by the way it's sorted, you know. So something around sorting your collection and getting it organized, I think would be really cool. I'd love to have folders, because right now I'm hoarding some gifts that I'm forwarding to the community. So I'd love to just chuck everything in a gift folder, just so I know that, like, that's not mine, that's to give away soon. And then, yeah,
I have to think that is, coming down the line at some point, but not one of the
Yeah.
top priorities. But it certainly is a problem for people with a lot of moments, because just scrolling through and not being able to find, like, there's things like I don't care to look at. I just want to like put over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've never been to Australia. Let's say I'm coming to visit this weekend. Where are we going? What are you showing me? What do I have to see in your part of town?
What do you have to see in Australia? Maybe one of the stadiums. Maybe depending on what city you're in. Like if you're in Sydney, we'd go to Sydney Harbour Bridge, for example. We'd do like the standard stuff like that, and then we'd probably drink too much or something like that.
All right, I'm booking a flight after we're done here. What is your favorite NFT project outside of Top Shot?
Outside of Top Shot. So, all right, I've been looking at a lot, but I'm not expertised in any. But I think they're just basically skewed towards what looks cool. Obviously, the apes are cool. I don't have one. You do, don't you?
I do. Only one though. Only one.
That's awesome. I've been looking at the blobs. I just like the look of them because I used to do 3D graphics, and they make me think that I can do that. And there's some with basketballs. I've been looking at the All-Star Freaks and the MVP All-Star. I forget the names of them now. There's a couple there around basketball NFTs. So I'm just sort of circulating around basketball at the moment. But yeah, there are quite a few others that have been starting to interest me that are coming down the pipeline as well. And I'm just observing and researching right now.
If you could give a TED talk, what would be the topic that you're speaking of?
If I could give a TED talk, I would hope it'd be around something positive, maybe even financial, in terms of just being clever with money, not wasting your money on dumb stuff like subscriptions or something. I don't know. Just common sense, something common sense and positive, I would say. It's not very specific, but there you go.
Not financial advice though.
Not financial advice, but just common sense.
You're a Jordan Bulls fan, as I see the jersey hanging in your in the background there. Let's say there was a one of one MJ moment going for auction tomorrow. What would the price be?
God, more than my worth. Man, I don't know. Someone would pay a very handsome dollar for that. One of one, especially. It wouldn't matter if it was one of, 100,000. They would all go for a lot. They would break the internet, I think.
How does NBA Top Shot fail?
How do they fail? If they break the trust of the NBA, that's probably the only way.
Lose that relationship.
Yeah, if they lose that relationship somehow. And to do that, it would have to be something controversial and drastic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Rome's capable of it, but if he got himself involved in some sort of controversy or something like that and then broke the partnership. But I think it's less likely than it is to succeed, for sure.
For sure. What is a piece of advice that somebody gave you once upon a time that always has stuck with you?
I first thought was the girl dad tweet, which goes superstar. I'm going to forget the order of it now, but superstar something serial number badge.
Yeah.
Top Shot debut. Now I think maybe possibly you might start thinking about love being put in there somewhere. Like if you buy what you like, that's awesome. Only spend what you're willing to lose. Like don't use your rent money to buy into NBA Top Shot. Like if you buy $100 moment and it drops to 30, make sure you don't care about that. And if it goes the other way, happy days. So buy what you love. That priority list, I think, works really well as well. Or if you're, completing one of those sets.
And what is a pet peeve of yours?
Pet peeve. Someone commenting on my video saying Top Shot's a scam.
All things being equal, do you prefer a jersey number or a serial number 1?
I'd probably say serial number 1 because it's the simplest identifier of value. Whereas sometimes people are like, especially if you're not into basketball, some people might be like, oh, what's his jersey number again? And they might not quite realize the value. I mean, obviously that's unlikely, but it's possible.
Say Top Shot shot clock 4 times as fast as you can.
Top shot, shot clock, top shot, shot clock, top shot, shot clock, top shot, shot clock. Is that 5? 4? I don't know.
You threw in some extra syllable in there that I wasn't sure what was going on, but you killed that one. What are 3 words that your best friend would use to describe you?
I don't know. I was going to say what a jerk.
Jerk is one. All right.
Well, I was going to say something worse than jerk. I don't know. I don't know, actually.
Okay. What would you eat for your last meal?
Or you might not know what it is, but like a Parmigiana.
Tell me more.
It's like chicken, mozzarella sauce. Sorry.
Yeah, chicken Parmesan.
Napoli sauce and cheese.
Please.
A lot of people don't know what it is.
I have crushed many chicken parms in my day, both on a plate and in between bread and a hero. It's very well known where I'm from. We just don't call it Parmigiano. It's chicken Parmesan. But yeah. I'm all in. In. What is a Top Shot regret that you have looking back? Something that you should have done differently?
LeBron No Look 3 selling in February.
What'd you sell it for?
I should have sold it.
Oh, you should have sold it.
Because now I could buy 5, 10. I could buy 13 of them at the price they're at now if I sold it in February. But, we didn't know these things in February.
Of course. Listen,
we were all talking about how we were going to the moon.
Yes. New information changes everything, and hopefully it gets back there soon. What is a real life regret of yours? Not a Top Shot regret.
Real life regret. Maybe. Goodness me. You've got me on that one.
Listen, if you can't think of too many regrets, maybe you've lived a charmed life.
No, like people always think like, I wish I'd done X, I wish I'd done Chop Shot in August, for example, or, the first thing that came to mind was maybe I should have been turning on the camera sooner, but I was learning and I was getting used to it, and it's a different beast. It really is. And once you make, 80 videos, you do get really used to it.
Yes.
People haven't seen the videos that, that weren't published, years ago on different subjects, and don't realize that, hey, everyone sort of starts. So I would say probably maybe something like not pursuing things sooner, like it can be as simple as turning the camera on sooner and just having a go at it. I mean, you can just not publish it, no problem.
Listen, I think not taking action is a lot of people. I don't know if it's a regret or it's just something they don't do when they're thinking about things, worrying about things like maybe I should do this, maybe I should try this, and they just don't take that first step. So not doing it sooner certainly fits. What's a book that you think everybody should read?
Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Sure. Know it very well. Big fan of that. I'm actually on his newsletter that he sends out every Thursday as well.
Yeah. It's a quality book. I listen to it because I can't read. I listen to it. I can read. I can't read and just concentrate, nor do I get the time. But I listen to audiobooks. But I've probably listened to it 5 times because you always get something new out of it or get reminded of stuff.
Totally. What is, if you could talk to your 20-year-old self, well, what is something you would say?
Instead of going to the pub, that money could go somewhere else. I often think, especially around property where we are, if you got 5 mates and you bought a house instead of going to the pub so much, you could have sold said house for, 5 years later and been in a pretty position. But having said that, experiences are worth something as well.
Absolutely. But diversify your portfolio essentially as a young recreational lad out in Australia. What is a compliment that you have received in your life that really, has stuck with you?
I don't know, but I'm just going to go with recency bias. Some people have reached out via the YouTube videos who have been down, or like I think I've counted probably 4 or 5 people have reached out and said I lost my job, in the last X amount of time, and the videos really helped, or they turned my luck around, or that stuff blows me away. So that's probably the best answer I can think of. Recency biased, but yeah,
it's okay. Still works. What do you think will cause the next market boom?
I don't know about Boom. If I had to say, I would. First of all, I'd say time. They're still sort of. I think they're growing at a scale or at a speed that they want to grow at the moment.
Yeah.
They don't want February to happen again, and neither do I really, in the sense that I've just seen too many people get burnt from all the comments that I read. And I think that's sensible not to let that happen again and to grow in a manner that doesn't break the site. Like, how bad were things in January? Like, if things got too much traffic, the site would break down. We haven't had that for ages. So progress is real. It's been done really well. The next boom, I think, might be like next year's finals or something like that, if I had to guess, because they would have had time. They would have had a run up. They would have had time to strategize as well. They would have had time to develop. And I think time's probably their biggest thing that they want right now.
Let's say you're going on a cross-country trip and you are taking 3 Top Shot personalities with you in the car. Content creators, collectors, management. Who's coming with you on the drive?
I would say Top Shot Talk's coming. I talk to him quite a lot. I would say maybe the Sutos would be fun as well. The Suto sisters. I reckon John Boy Beats would have a good time as well. I'm going to throw him in there. And oh man, there's some people that you could throw in there that I reckon would stir the pot as well.
No doubt. I mean, it sounds like you're going to keep going. Do you have like a 3-row vehicle or a minivan or something? Because I was only looking for.
I reckon it'd be more fun with a minivan for sure. Yeah. I think that for that you would definitely buy a bus. You would. It would just be the Venga bus destroying Australia's countryside.
If you had to leave Australia, you had to move out permanently, where in the world would you want to live?
First thing that comes to mind is the Maldives, but I'll be terrified of a tidal wave because there's like no height in that country.
Yes.
But maybe I'll go to Croatia with you, or I'll go to the Maldives.
I'm not in Croatia. I'm in Costa Rica, but I'll go.
Oh, Costa Rica. Sorry,
but I'll go to Croatia with you.
I hear Croatia's beautiful as well, but Costa Rica I meant.
Let's say you have $10,000 right now to buy one moment. What are you buying?
One moment. It would have to be either a LeBron or a Zion. One or the other. Zion for future longevity. LeBron for obvious reasons. He's in his own league when it comes to Top Shot.
Of course. We're up to question 24 right now. So if you had, or not if you had, 24 seconds or less, as the rules state, how would you convince someone who is a skeptic right now that they should get in the game and join Top Shot?
Are they interested though? Like, are they like, they're not just like my mum who doesn't know anything about basketball?
Yeah. They know what's going on, but they're skeptical because of all the negative press, let's say.
Okay, cool. NFTs prove that you own something. You can watch it on YouTube, but you don't own that clip. You can print the Mona Lisa, but you wouldn't own that. So yeah, you can do it that way. They're a fun community to be a part of, the most accepting I've ever been in my life. And it's a fun way to get really, really in-depth to the NBA and basketball if you are a fan. Awesome.
Sign up, people. Anyone who's on the fence, there you have it. From Steve of Ballers Blockchain. Thanks, Steve, man. That was fun. Where can people check you out? Where are your YouTube videos?
It's called Ballers Blockchain on YouTube. And yeah, posting as often as I can be bothered.
Awesome. You're doing a great job for the community, and people are very much enjoying the stuff that you're putting out. I appreciate you being here today or tomorrow, considering it's the day after in your world.
In the future.
Right. You are in the future. Thanks. I appreciate it. That was fun.
Thank you for having me. Cheers.
All right.